So you want to know how Hitman Bingo works? Let me explain. In Hitman Bingo, two players will face off to complete a number of randomised tiles on a 5x5 bingo board. The first player to complete the necessary amount of tiles takes the map and the all-important point. Tiles can range from obtaining a disguise, interacting with an item, picking up an item, or pacifying a specific NPC. There are two types of bingo that will be played in the tournament. Number 1, Lockout Bingo. A head-to-head race to complete a total of 10 tiles from the board. Whoever completes an objective first locks out the square and their opponent can no longer claim that objective. This one is all about strategy. Do you try and take easy tiles before your opponent gets them, or do you think outside the box? Number 2, Non-Lockout Bingo. In this mode, both players can claim the same tile in a race to complete 2 full lines of 5 squares from the board. Lines can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, and squares can be completed in any order. Additional rules. All players must start in a suit location and can only bring in or smuggle items that make up part of 47's default loadout. An ICA variant pistol, fibre wire, and coins. Target kills can be made at any point in the run using any available method unless a tile states otherwise. All secondary objectives must also be completed. Finally, a tile can only be completed if the player has green guns when the objective is met. Each map will run with a 45-minute timer and the first to finish takes the point. This is Hitman Bingo. Good afternoon, this is indeed Hitman Bingo. We are into the lockout stages. Things are getting exciting. We're into the quarterfinals. We have a match kkaneta versus CurryMaker. This is the first of the quarterfinals. Still first to 1.5 points. I am joined today by Joker.
Hello, everyone.
Hello indeed. I'm excited about this because this is the first lockout we have seen so far, and this is where it's really going to get all about strategy.
Yeah, indeed.
This is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, just seeing what tiles you can do off spawn. I think that's going to be, like, we've seen a lot of planning before we first load in. I think we're going to see less of that in lockout. I think it's just going to be more about identifying, instead of identifying roads, it's going to be identifying singular tiles that you can do quickly and straight away.
Yeah.
Like, you can do really quickly before your opponent, because as soon as the tile's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, and I said in the last stream with Mando, there's a lot of tiles on Hokkaido that, I mean, in non-lockout, if they come into the right pattern, fine, you're good. On this, you don't even need that pattern. There is a lot of tiles in between Portman's suite, 47's suite, and Amos's suite. You can do it. There's a lot of tiles that you can do in quick succession with just between that area. So this could be a real race to see who can actually finish all of those tiles first.
And in non-lockout, I think the priority is more on the targets. And killing tiles, I think the targets are going to be less of a priority.
Yeah, targets are almost a secondary in this.
They're just
really
like,
they're
like the tiles then kill the targets, and especially like Sodders, it's going to be like 3 kills. And Yuki's a 3 kill off spawn, so I'm guessing we're going to see Yuki killed first, then the tile, and then the tile's done, and then Sodders. That's going to be my main idea, unless you're at the morgue and you want to kill Sodders right there. But
there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, this is fancy. Unini just sent me an overlay. We now have a little tiles claimed box that has appeared for lockout. So we've got even more information on our screen now. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. Oh, and the timer has started. Right, let's get rid of this cover. Now, I suppose for the most part, I mean, if you've studied the overall the amount of tiles there are overall. Obviously, there is more than 25 tiles, but if you've studied
Refresh
them.
Curry stream doesn't turn on yours. You have to refresh Curry stream quickly.
Oh, yeah, it is. I
He's
apologise.
live for me.
Yeah, so in this one, we've got an advert. Awesome. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I can see it myself, so I can commentate over. We've seen
So,
different things. Kkaneta started
yeah.
Kkaneta started in the 47-3. Curry started in the morgue. Straight away, we're
Okay.
seeing different things. I mean,
Yeah,
CurryMaker
we've
did
seen
start
that.
in the
We've
morgue
seen Morg
yesterday,
start a few
so
times, actually.
you do lose that Yuki kill. And if you don't get Yuki in the source, you can be a bit of a pain to get after that moment. But I mean, Kaneta's got Yuki straight away. He's going straight to the Starfire area. That's like going to slide down the pole and get that way.
Kaneta
Looking
is.
at the
I
thing,
don't know if Kaneta's laggy for you. He's a bit laggy for me, which is.
yeah, he's a bit
Yeah,
jumpy.
there. It's okay. We should be able to keep up with all the action. So, yeah, this. So Kaneta's gone straight for, for starter fire. So he's
Starfire.
actually.
There's also a 5 can of soda and blending resource stuff underneath that. And also says, yeah,
Yeah.
he's signed down the pole. There is a vending machine right outside that door that he's about to go through. And of course, the free resort staff is right there nearest as well. So this is a very good start from Canada.
Yeah, so actually, we're missing a few of what I would say are the obvious ones. Things like become Amos Dexter. You've got become Jason Portman, but actually, unless you do that literally from the start, that's not that easy to do.
And it's a bit of a time waste because you have to throw the coin in the first place to distract him in the end. You can't just knock him out on
Yeah,
the door. You do. So I think it's more safe to game inside of his own sweep before knocking him out. So
yeah. So Kaneta's already got 3 tiles. He's become
3 tiles,
resort
yeah.
staff. He's started a fire, and he's turned off the radio.
Yeah, we just need to do buy a can of soda as well. Blending is
Yeah,
also after another way. It's just
it's
done. That is
just
very
done.
quick
There's going
from
to be a
Canada.
bit of guessing here as to kind of which routes people are going.
He misses out by a can of soda. Did he not do that?
Um, he hasn't written it on there, has he? So he hasn't marked that tile off. Meanwhile, Curry is going to break the aquarium. So we are seeing very different tiles here being
Can I
chosen.
get spotted? Can I get spotted? But it doesn't matter. He does keep
Ooh.
his tiles. You don't have to lose tiles, but of course you do
Ah, okay.
reset. So you keep your tiles, but you do have to reset. So again, another thing I like to see interesting is do you just do tiles, reset, and like speed run the 2 guys? Like that's another shot I want to see people soak
Yeah, I
into
get what you
some
mean.
sort of
Yeah,
map.
yeah. So
So
because you could yeah, in theory you don't even need to go for Yuki, could you? You could
yeah, you could
restart and get
literally.
her straight away. Arnav, yes, Kaneta is dropping frames, unfortunately, which is making it a little bit PowerPointy, but we're getting there.
Yeah, so
Curry, I think, also got spotted in the kitchen, is about to restart.
yeah, the kitchen. I hate going in that kitchen. It's just the chefs are just such a pain to deal with. You have the one that goes to the top of the stairs. I just don't like going in the kitchen in general.
Yeah, they've got some nasty head turns, those chefs. So Curry starting in the morgue again, choosing to stay with the morgue, because that's another option, obviously, as well, is you could replan and start in a different position.
Yeah, like
If you
if there's
think
like
if you think that it's quicker to get to a set of tiles by replanning and starting in a different position, that's a viable option in this mode as well.
for example, if you have Colonel and Amos's IV drip and collect the cowboy rush, you could get them directly and start more and get like any tiles in the mall. Like if you have pacify someone with a fire poker or become a more dots, become a bodyguard, you can do that first and then go
Yeah.
again.
Oh,
Can I get spotted
Kaneta
again?
is stuck between a rock and a hard place there. He was not getting out of that one, unfortunately.
Is a
Curry has just drained the stem cells. So we're at 5-4 right now. It's
and the
slowed down a
examination
tiny
spotlight.
bit since the initial. So we had a little initial rush, and now they're just getting their feet a little bit.
The
Obviously,
spotlight's right there.
you've got
Ooh,
a
we
few
had some
issues.
spotlight.
So the interesting thing here is that Curry might have been looking at one of those squares, and now he's gone, "Oh crap, I can't get that one anymore. What do I do?"
Yeah, he just won the spotlight. Speaking of which, yeah, I'm guessing
Yeah,
he's
there you
going
go.
to
So
the
now
soda.
we're 5 apiece, and now this is where it starts getting really interesting, I think, because there's only 15 tiles left on the board now.
Mm. And just trying to find some blow up the propane flask. I'd like to see Curry try and do next. That is actually just outside this area here. That's where the propane flask is. Blow up the
I know
gas
you. I
canister
mean,
still on
as you
board.
said before, activating expert mode is actually quite an easy one, isn't it?
Oh, it
Increase.
is.
I mean, increase the sauna temperature could go hand in hand with getting Yuki if they wanted. Which I think might be Curry's
I
plan
think
here.
Curry's plan here. I think he should. If I was going here, I'd get the propane flask. Go and do the arcade. The console because if you're in a bodyguard disguise, if you're in any disguise but the handyman and resort staff, there is no enforcers and it's just one press of a button that is not suspicious.
Yeah.
Like it is,
I think a
in
lot of
my
people
opinion,
don't. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know how exactly. I always thought that you had to actually
people force a
do the
screwdriver.
full. Yeah,
Like, and the screwdriver sabotages it, and then that's how you
yeah.
get with the tech. You get the tech guy or whatever the challenge is.
Is there any?
So
Is there any on this board you wouldn't go for? For me, I would say probably Collectivala Botulinum. Just seems both of those are illegal. One
oh,
of them requires a crowbar, but
yeah. Then you could if you have a crowbar, you can power that up with blow up Yuki's gas heat lamp. You can shoot that from Portman's thing.
okay. Curry's got two more now. He's increased sonic temperature and he's bought a can of soda. So that's an easy lockout for the can of soda. That's a good one to get. Easy
And
to
Kaneta
do.
missed that one as well.
He
So
did,
like that
yeah.
could actually bite Kaneta. Um, both of them have they've both they've been by the area with the gas soda. The gas canister was near that as well. So you could just literally shot that twice
Okay,
and
so
gone.
Kaneta's just shot. So Kaneta has gone slightly different this time because he hasn't taken out Yuki straight away.
Yeah. Instead he did the opposite for sodas first, which again doesn't change anything. He is
Curry hasn't
very
taken out
well
sodas either, but again, that is just one shot effectively.
yeah, it is literally a one shot ball bang shoot the heart if they're like decreased your
See,
temperature.
again, we've got place the katana on the yoga platform, which I feel is just, you probably wouldn't even think about that one here. I mean, but then again, you could do something like the frying pan and cut the fugu fish. Could all be done in the kitchen. Two quick tiles potentially.
And you can use the frying pan to get the chef disguise. Yeah, CurryMaker going for the console.
Yeah, two
Show
more
how
tiles to go.
easy it is. Two more for Curry. Look at these. Cut the food fish is pointing out. It's just yes, you have one enforcer, but like the kitchen knife is simple to get. If he's bending down like that, you can just literally get the kitchen knife and go get it, which is
Which he
Curry's done right
just
now.
has. Yep,
One more
Kaneta's
tile.
got a propane in his hand,
Mhm.
which I'm not sure. Oh, blow up a propane flask. So he might even combine that with Yuki potentially.
Yeah. No, I think I'll do it with the gas canisters right here. Yeah, he's gonna do it with the gas canister. So he's gonna blow up both of them and get two tiles at once.
Ah,
That is
okay,
amazing.
clever, clever.
Did you get
Yeah,
both?
that'll still get
Yeah,
it.
he
No
gets
worries.
both.
Very nice. Okay, so that's just put him right back in the game.
Hmm.
Curry is on his way to get Yuki.
Yeah, it's worked out well for him. He's like, his partner's route where Yuki's right there. He's already done the temperature, so he's literally.
The question now is which one is he going to go for? Where is the second wrench on this level? So I know the
Second wrench,
first one is
there
in the
is.
garage.
There's one in the cabinet, which we saw Rocky walk past
Ah,
earlier, and
yes, of
then
course. Yeah, we were
the other
discussing
one
this
is
earlier, weren't we? It's in
it's
the
carried by the
garage.
handyman. There's one carried by the handyman in the garden. So
Oh,
there's actually
okay.
only one out on the open on this map, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So Curry just testing that box for size, as we all do.
Kaneta's done the pacification with
I think that is
the
mandatory on any streamers that you have to test at least one box to make sure 47 still fits in it. 9-all. This is getting really, so now we have a real rush to try and work out. I mean, Yuki's
what you do.
gas heater isn't the worst to get from certain positions.
It's only Portman's sweet. And if you have Portman's guys, you can't get
Or
it.
as Mando previously said, Portman doesn't sound ideal, but you could easily just replan right now, go straight for Portman. But you do have to take out the targets again. But
But it's not the hardest of
I
things.
don't think either of them will want to be replanning and taking out the targets for a second time. Interestingly, Curry isn't taking out sodas.
I think
I'm
that's
wondering
something
if he might be going for the botulinum.
that's hard 'cause it's in two bodyguards and it's an illegal action.
You can just distract the two bodyguards, though. It's not overly difficult. Or no, is he going to become a doctor? I think he might be. He might be becoming a doctor. This is an interesting doctor to choose.
Oh no! He increased the curator's mood. So he's done 10 tiles. He just needs to kill Yuki and he's done.
Kkaneta has, yeah. No, I was looking at Curry. Curry was going for being a doctor.
Oh, Kkaneta gets spotted though. So they're both resetting. This could actually be close. So we could see Curry get Get the
I
Doctor Disguise for
yeah, I
Amos, and
I
possibly
or
be done.
even go for Portman. You can very quickly, if he takes Yuki out here, he can still get Portman in time.
You can still get Portman. What I like doing, you can actually shoot it from where the hospital director stands. If you stand behind one of the little um, metal beams, you can actually just stand there and shoot Yuki there. So you can actually make time going there as well, which is a lot
So
better if you're going for Portman.
so this is
Um,
going to be very close. Curry still needs one tile in between these two kills. Okay, he's not going for
yeah,
Portman. I think he's going to become a doctor. Seems like it wouldn't be overly difficult, but without
check be Portman.
opening
That's what else
Amos's
you can do.
room, there's not really a free one.
It's gonna have to be Portman. I think. I generally think Portman's the best one to do here.
Of what's
You just
left, or blow up the heater isn't
because you can.
overly difficult.
He had time to sneak into Portman's room, and you can do it from Portman's room and get out easily as well.
And you can
No
also do it, I
questions from
believe,
now.
from the spa.
Yeah, yeah,
You
but
can get it if you want to. You could get it from the spa on your way out, effectively.
yeah.
I think Curry's going for Portman, but this isn't the best way to get him. Although I know. Okay, so he's Portman has followed. 47's got Curry has got Portman to follow 47 into the bathroom, which is very clever. It's a very underutilized strat.
Yeah, but
Because of course,
Kkaneta's here. He's taking out the bodyguard. He should have one shot on Stollers, and that's going to be done, I think. So I
we
don't think
may
Kkaneta's
still be
going
looking at a photo finish potentially.
to. And he gets to
If
Stollers
Curry
that
can get
quickly.
down to Soda's that in time, yeah, I think he's just looking. He's just a little bit trying to work out the quickest possible way.
Yeah, Kkaneta's got it. I think the quickest way would have been just drop your pistol, go through the security bit, get. I don't know if it's threats or not. I'm not sure. I don't go for their Portman.
It's
You
not a
go down,
threat,
knock
but
out the guard.
you can't go through there without Oh no, wait, is there a photo finish window? There must be some form of. Or I
Yeah,
suppose you
I
can't.
can't.
But I
They
don't know how
had,
you'd
they had a
enforce that.
couple
I
resets. I think Kkaneta had more resets anyway. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. So
I
that's a
think
GG's
Curry,
on Kkaneta's
unfortunately,
side, I
Curry
think.
is just a little bit behind now.
Yeah, I don't think Curry has enough time to even get
No,
to Stollers and get the exit in that 30
he's
second
just taken
window.
a little
So
bit too long to get there. But I mean, that's tough in Portman's disguise. You're in a hostile disguise throughout this whole area. It's quite tough to get through. So
So for the first round of lockout, that was bloody amazing.
that was really This
I
is a
enjoyed that.
whole different playing field to regular, almost like an entirely different game to bingo, standard to
It's a
non-knockout.
race. That's what I
Yeah,
think it is. There's a genuine race.
this is pure speed.
I think this is almost like strategies put aside. Can you finish first, or like
Yeah.
not? But and
So
you look at the
Curry
kind
is
of
out. I
comparisons.
think he's just missed the 30-second window there, unfortunately.
I mean, that Portman had an entire minute into
Yeah.
his in-game time, which is just.
I think personally there, I think the gas heater would have been the better strategy. But
Mhm.
in the heat of the moment, you're looking at which one you think you can do. And
Indeed.
Portman obviously seemed like the obvious choice there. Yeah, there we go. Confirmed 1-0 to Kkaneta.
That is a great way to introduce lockout
Yeah,
there. Wow.
that was exciting.
Yeah.
That was very exciting. We are going to Chongqing next. Already seen it once today. In non-lockout. Now it's time to see it in lockout. And I wonder if we see the same. This is going to be more. This for me. This is probably one of the most interesting maps because I feel like Hush has you. I feel like you almost have to go for Hush straight away because
Yeah.
otherwise he's a nightmare. He's got such a long route. He stops in various places for a long time, and he's tough to get to. But do you sacrifice going for Hush? Do you sacrifice taking squares in order to go for Hush? Or do you just try to catch him later on his route?
If you start balcony and go block first, Hush is just there. Like he adds 20 seconds max
Yeah,
off
and
it.
of course
So
there
you
is a
might as
propane
well.
tank on the map.
There's a
If
propane
things get
tank
really
as
hairy,
well.
there's a propane tank that you
You
can
can literally
use.
just throw that in and blow them up probably. So it's just. I mean, you could even if using the satellite dish is a tile, you could just do that straight away and get him down and not have to worry about him for a while. You can set up a coin maybe, and if you know the timing, you can almost integrate shooting the full shooting like the bird box thing into your route. So it's
Yeah. Predictions are up according to Arnav. Thank you for that. So if people want to spend their doubloons, please feel free. Who do we think will win Chongqing? Oh, still a little bit worn out from that one. That's quite that's yeah. This is a lot more. This is a lot more speed runny than strategy, but you do obviously have to have strategy in there. You have to know what you're doing. You have to plan to an extent. But there's a lot more kind of improv in Lockout in order to try and just work out which squares you can get. It's quite an interesting one.
Did I just
Connect.
did I just disconnect? I thought I just disconnected. No, I'm back. All right.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
There was
No,
a bit
my
of silence there.
my thing's been. It's just said disconnected. Like, what? My internet's still up. What's
Kkaneta
happened?
just doing his last minute planning, his last minute hush ISO.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, hush is such a standard thing. It's just like that's like the one part of roulette is the same as bingo is the hush.
yeah,
It is challenging, I
I
feel.
say there's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see if they go for hush or if they try to get a few tiles out of the way, maybe even get a few tiles out of the way on the way to hush.
I think what decides this is whoever does the most tiles on the block. In my that's what settles it because you can get hush. Like you'll be in the block first. You know, unless you might go for city first, but I think going hush first is definitely
Yeah, I think
the
just by
option.
the nature of Hush's
So
route, I think he's the obvious choice to go. And
if
obviously
there is
Imogen can
like
be lured at any point as well. So
exactly, I say there's what 42%, 65% of all tiles are. I say this all the time. They are all either collect or interact prompts. So if you have a lot of them in the block, if you can
yeah,
do if there's like 15 in the block and you can do 8 of them and your own opponent only does 7, you know,
yeah, and we could be
all you have
looking
to
at
do is
a real
you have to do
race
two.
to see. Oh, let's reveal the board. So we could be looking at
It's
a
in the
real
city.
race to see who can actually
Exactly, it's gonna be
get through the block quickest. So we've got buy a can of soda again. That's always kind of a free one
straight
because
away
obviously you
they're in.
bring coins in with you.
Straight away they're in. I've had
Collect
that before the
free
game, but
crowbars probably not viable
yeah, that's one you really
particularly.
want.
Collect the meaty bone could be.
I mean, that's if
Uh,
you kill Imogen, you can go straight there from the city and get that and go back into the
You're gonna have
city.
to
Is
tell me
is
here
one you
where the
have to do.
cigar box is because yet again I was not aware there is a cigar
The
box
guard
on
box
Chongqing.
is in the derelict apartments by the sink. And that's the one
There we go.
when I think it was
Yeah, both
like
of
a couple
them
of days
going
before.
straight for Hushlet. No messing around here. They know that
Exactly.
Hush is going to be the final boss of this map if they
And I
don't
said
get him.
because it takes like 1 minute to get to hush and 1 minute before you can even like have a real chance of doing any tiles. I do think it's just loading as soon as you can load in, and then like as
Yeah,
soon as you read the card while you're running to hush. That's like
yeah.
my feel
Plan
around
as you go
Chongqing.
in this mode.
It's generally a plan as you'll go, especially in like Chongqing when you're waiting. Look, these
And
Curry's in at
obviously,
50.
you've got to plan on the fly as well because if you're just about to go for something and your opponent takes it, you've got to improv what you're suddenly what you're going to do next because you had your mindset on that tile, you don't have it anymore. So become a researcher, become a block guard. Two big ones that Curry's just taken straight away there.
And that's because he went for the guys first. Hush would still
Exactly.
be
They're
there for Curry.
both in this room, both
Like
easy to get to.
they're gonna be there for Curry. So like actually very good for him in that sense that he has got two of the more
He's
easier
decided to
tiles,
wait.
I'd
Yeah,
say.
he's decided to sacrifice a little bit of time with Hush in order to get those two tiles out of the way.
But like he hasn't sacrificed much time either. Like he has Hush dead by what 140, and by 140, Claire's only got one tile, so
Yeah,
not even
become the
that.
perfect
Yeah,
test
yeah,
subject.
it's
Yep.
I'm a separate test subject. Put poison either ventilator. That's doable here. You know, and just try to
Any here
go
you would
through what other
definitely not
ones.
go for. I mean, collect the package. I don't know
No,
about that.
that's in the facility. That's
Okay,
right
so
by the
I
entrance of
mean,
the facility. That's
I was gonna
literally on
say
the
knock
seats in the
someone down with
entrance.
an apple is quite an easy one because that's also in the block. I mean,
Mm.
fire an employee is probably
That's a longer one. That's one like
yeah.
in terms of
That's
this, you
just
want
gonna
to avoid
refresh
it.
kkaneta a bit because the lag on his stream is keeping us a little bit.
There's actually not many in the thing. Blood propane flask. That's weird because you can at least you pick it up, throw it like near the satellite, and just shoot it from like the block balcony. That's
Yeah,
one I would have thought I'd see, but
buy a can of soda. Can you only do that in the facility?
yeah,
If
it's
I'm
right by where
yeah, right as you
right by the
enter.
stairs, right where you
Yeah,
enter. Yeah, that's
So we're
Two
looking
there.
2 apiece at the moment. Kaneta's just started the Imogen lure. Curry's taking a little bit of time just to hide Hush and Mogwai. But he is
Yeah,
on
he's going
his
for the
way back
cigar
down
box.
now.
I think. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, there's a emetic poison in there. There's also a
I
lethal
mean,
poison
even
around
something
the
like
top there.
Frost 2 glass panels, if you're in the facility, there's
If you want to
2.
fit that, there's two right in front of
Yeah,
you,
2
indeed. Yeah.
as you start. So
And
there's
what I find
there's a lot that you could get in the facility here. I mean, tier 2 access dongle is in the security room. There's a lot you
tier
could get
one
in
as
a
well.
small little sort of area here. So it'd be interesting to see who gets down to the facility first.
Ooh, curry ribs, that could be big. Because again, it's like a minute
Kaneta,
before you get any disguise. Or
yeah,
Kaneta, sorry, even my
Kaneta, yeah,
bad.
that is big.
Um,
I mean,
curry poison and ventilation system. He picks up a knife as well, which I find interesting because you have get two kitchen knives and the meaty bone. The meaty bone and other kitchen knife are in the restaurant, so I'd suspect to
yeah,
see curry go there. He's got the propane flask.
yeah,
You
definitely,
can
and then
literally
he
just
can
grab it and
go
shoot it.
and yeah, and then straight into the facility by the back room if he decides to do that. And he might even carry the propane for
Imogen,
Imogen.
but then you want to get the her guard outfit. So normally I wouldn't want to see that. Just blow up here. You're safe blowing up here. Generally, you can blow up
Yeah,
wherever.
there's a few. I mean, things like conceal an
Like,
item in the briefcase. Again, if you know where the briefcase is, that's fine.
just
But
checking now.
I
Again, another one.
don't.
Stay someone with chloroform. Stay someone with chloroform. That is literally by the lift inside in
Yes,
the
it's
security room
inside the
by the
lift
tier one
shaft bit, isn't
dongle.
it? Yeah.
You have to just throw it and run away.
Oh,
And you're
okay.
done. That's another quick one.
Curry's taken out propane tank. Just took it out on the little boardwalk there.
Yeah,
Just 4-3. Little bit. We're seeing it a little bit slower than Hokkaido, but this is a bit more of an
the bigger
open
map
map.
and the briefcase is in the tier two security room where all like the guns and
Okay. Yep.
explosives are.
Yep. That
That's where
makes
the
sense. Yeah.
briefcase
So
is.
again, that's
Um,
probably a little bit out of the way. Although you
like
do have an
if
item
there's
right there that you could conceal in it, but
you have a bunch of items on you anyway. There's like a bunch of guns in there as well.
yeah. Curry has just shot a drone and is going towards the facility.
And why I think the rip on on Chongqing is especially big is Curry now has what like he has 3 minutes of in-game time on Canela. That is a lot of time to just
Yeah.
roam the facility and get all the ones in the facility.
I know
So
we keep mentioning Hush, but again, he is the killer with the time. It takes a minute and a half just to get Hush before you even thought about getting any tiles.
yeah.
Um, Kaneta looks like he might be shooting all 5 drones, so he is not willing to wait for Imogen. He's having a little bit of trouble hitting. There we go. Okay, so he's going to go for the automatic kill on Imogen. So Imogen will come up to the top.
Yeah.
She'll stand around for a little bit, and then she'll start smoking and blow herself up with that gas canister.
Yeah, so I just looked, and out of the 18 tiles left, off the top of my head, 10 of them are in this filly.
There's a lot in
Then
the
you
facility
have
here. Yeah, you could
Itchy
get.
Knife and Meaty Bone and Doable in the restaurant right next to the facility. So, like, if you can get to the facility first, you're in a very good position. We
Yeah, I
see
mean you've got
Curry
you,
here
and again you've got the tier 1 and the tier 2 access dongle, which are almost next to each other.
next to each other. Yeah, it's just the one, and yeah, you can get the tier one from the security room. No, it's
Kaneta
a simple
might
walk
get
around.
the arcade key here and open the door potentially. That would be a nice quick one he
That's
could
yeah.
get.
It's underneath a brick, so you have to pick up the brick then. And the street guard as well as There's a free
And
street
become a
guard
street
down there,
guard.
which
Yeah,
is good. I expect there's another one you can do hand in hand with each other. So they're both on the same amount of tiles, but again, like I said, Curry is a lot. There's a vending machine as
yeah,
well.
but we are on
Ooh,
completely different strats and completely different parts of the map here.
if you're Curry and Kinet's gone 2 tiles ahead, which I'm guessing he's going to do because, and he's got the free SoCan, so he can go 3 tiles ahead here and get 7 tiles if
Yeah,
he does
he
the
can.
arcade key
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. So Curry is
So,
now. Ooh,
and
just
if
watch out with that. Yeah, he's going to be sensible, and he saw the last match where
you
we had 2 rips on Imogen just by not pacifying her first. Okay,
and you
Curry
see
getting the tier 3 dongle, so he's probably going to go for the tier 1 and tier 2 dongles, I would
yeah,
imagine
tier one,
now.
tier two.
And the
You get because
frosted glass is right at the bottom of
glass
these
windows.
stairs here.
the package is right there as well on the seats. I don't know if you noticed, but the package is right there on the
Okay, is
seat.
that where the package? Right.
It's
Okay. Yep.
literally right there. So hopefully he sees it. I mean, this could be a form
Yeah,
like
he's.
but it's
This
like
could be
if you don't
very
know, you don't
close.
know. You know what I mean? And in this, you're only spending your time checking hit maps. You know, so
Yeah, Yanni saying in
um,
chat there, Kanea grabbing those 2 soda cans has really swung
exactly,
this
it's huge
around.
because Curry doesn't know. Curry knows that Kaneta, and because
And
like
yet, CurryMaker was standing next to a soda
in the vending
machine that
machine, if you
whole
went on the other
time,
side
which
in the
he
knockout, you know
may
once your
not have
opponent's ready.
realised. Okay, so
In
he's
the
got
knockout, you know
both the
your opponent's ready.
dongles.
So
So we're
yeah,
seven to
but
six right now.
my guess would be
Kanetta's
get the
just got the
briefcase.
meaty bone, and he's gonna pick up the second knife. You would assume. I don't know if he's got the first knife actually. Did he grab the
Another
first
interesting
knife
thing is
from the block? You would assume.
I don't think so. I think Curry did. I don't know. I'm not sure about Kaneta. Guessing he
Curry's
has
done the
the.
frosted
Oh, he doesn't. He only has
glass.
one.
8 to 7. This is gonna be very tight. And again,
We talk.
two very different strats here. Kaneta hasn't
You
even
talk about the.
Hasn't got Imogen, but he has got an automatic kill for her. He doesn't have to do anything.
I said my point again. Like Curry just walked past the.
Curry's being very clever
What's it
here.
called?
He's going to knock that person out with the chloroform, and then he's
Guard
probably going to take the
the.
disguise.
Just
To
British
become a
shot for.
facility engineer is. Oh no, but the guard's just seen him. This is risky. Super risky.
It's nice, savable. Frost the glass as well. You have to frost that glass, otherwise the person inside of it's gonna see. Um, and Curry just walked past the Imogen office, and that's where you can fire an employee and get the mannequin arm.
Okay,
So that's
Curry's
again three
going
tiles.
for the
Cars that
facility
Curry's walked
engineer.
past. Both of them on 9 tiles each.
Not,
Curry
yep.
has both kills, so I say Curry's in a better position here. No, he's in a position where he can get 3 tiles. He can get the mannequin arm, pacify someone with that. He can get the briefcase and put something
He
in
can
there,
collect the
or he
package.
can collect the package as well, and he can fire someone. So
Conversely, which one is Kaneta likely to go for now? Because most of them are now in the facility,
become a
other
homeless person.
than the homeless
Become a
person,
homeless person, which I'm guessing we're gonna see here now.
Imogen has just detonated herself. Kaneta's. I know Kaneta has 3 crowbars, I
He's
believe.
with the Great Boss. Look, that's huge.
So
Oh
he
my
is
day.
out. That was a turnaround. That was a big turnaround.
Oh my god.
Curry still has his 30-second window, but I feel like he's probably just not going to get it now. I think he was looking up where the secret package was, or the package, and
Oh
I don't think
my.
he. If Curry had known that that package was there at the start, that could have been a very different finish. He's going to fire someone, which is. That's a flex to fire somebody instead of doing some of the other tiles, but I think he's definitely going to run out of the 30-second window, unfortunately.
Yeah, and
It's going to be a
Curry
2-0,
didn't
but that
reset.
is. This is another match where a 2-0 is no way
Yeah,
indicative
it's
of how
not a
close
threat.
this match was.
I think what you're going to look at more is how many tiles they claimed. You know, Curry
Yeah,
got it was 9-10 both times, which it's like if it
yeah.
was like 5-10, okay, yes, one person wasn't as bad, but one is 9-10, 9-10, and I think it just came down to like Kaneta.
Kaneta just got those quick
Oh,
tiles, just one,
he
two,
looked at
three
what was
tiles straight away, and that turned it
three
around
tiles,
completely.
3 tiles in the arcade, and he got when he got the homeless person, set up a remote imaging kill, and he was done.
Yeah, that was exciting.
And that's where
That's
map knowledge as well comes into play in this.
hard to keep
Wow.
track of both those screens at the same time, but
Yeah, no,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. Curry
what
has
a game.
gone offline 2-0, but yeah, that is in no way indicative of how that went. Curry played exceptional there, especially for the very first lockout match of the tournament. That was exciting.
Crazy. That's a great advert for Locker. I can't wait to play tomorrow. I generally can't wait. I think
You know what you're in for now.
it's gonna send me into even more of a panic attack than what Berlin did yesterday. But I don't care, man. I'll happily have a panic attack over this game mode. Oh my god!
Okay,
Wow, that
let's
is
have. So that will be confirmed very shortly. Both of them have got offline. That is a 2-0 to Kaneta.
yeah.
That will be confirmed very shortly. Yeah, so let's go to the brackets. So, let's just. I don't think these have been updated yet. But let's just click refresh. No, but we are going to see. So we are going to see kkaneta as the first semi-finalist. First semi-finalist of the tournament. And we are reaching the sharp end of the tournament now. This is getting very exciting. So we still have one round 2 match, which is Fanium versus Pidgeotto, which is tomorrow. That will decide our final quarter finalist. And then, yeah, we've got yourself versus Red Fox.
Yeah, that's it.
Randy
3
versus...
p.m. CST.
Okay.
CST tomorrow.
Very nice. We have Randy versus Lewis, which will be a good one. And we have Chris versus either Fanium or Pidgeotto. So we've got a pretty stacked quarterfinal already. Yeah, and obviously from this point on, it is now all lockout.
Except for Fanium's game tomorrow. But soon to be all lockout.
As soon as that one, yeah.
You're going to see quicker paced games. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss these games, I'll tell you how much.
No, let's go to the upcoming. So, at the moment, the only one listed at the moment is Fanium vs Pidgeotto, which is tomorrow at 2100 CST. This is my local time. This is BST. And you just said you are playing what time tomorrow, sorry?
3 p.m. CST.
3 p.m. CST. That's JokerJ and Red Fox 5000. Any final thoughts?
I mean, well played, both players. Like, it's a great way to show the first game of lockout. Genuinely, fantastic. You know, it's just wow. That's all I can say. Really, it's left me speechless. That kkaneta play at the end, put that in the highlights. I'll tell you how much. Like,
yeah,
wow.
That just shows how quickly this game mode can swing around. Like, he looked like he was behind for that entire thing, and then suddenly he's ahead, and he's all.
I said
within a few minutes he's on his way to the exit. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, it is just.
Wow. Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of these. Yeah, I don't think there's much else for us to say. Thank you for joining me.
Anytime, man.
This one, and yeah, let's all look forward. So we've got one more, as I say, this one tomorrow, Fanium vs Pidgeotto. That's a non-lockout, but every other match after that is lockout, quarterfinals, and yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. So make sure you join us next time. Cheers, guys.
Bye.